Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Channel English Talk Daily.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Jack. You know what? We need to talk about something important today.
We do, and it's something that most people get completely wrong.
Ooh, dramatic start. I like it.
Okay. So here's the thing. We're going to talk about goals and dreams for 2026, but not in the boring, typical way.
Right, because let's be honest. How many times have you heard someone say, "My goal is to lose weight," or "I want to learn a new language"?
A million times. Everyone says those things.
Exactly. And you know what happens? Nothing. People say it, they feel good for a week, and then they forget about it.
So true. I've been that person many times.
Me too. But this year, 2026, we're going to do something different. We're going to learn how to talk about goals in English, but more importantly, how to make goals that actually stick.
And if you're watching this video, you're already ahead of most people because you're taking action. You're here, learning, improving your English.
That's a great point. Before we continue, please hit the like button if you're serious about improving your English this year.
And subscribe to English Talk. We post new conversations every day to help you sound more natural and confident.
All right, Emily, so let me ask you something. What's the biggest mistake people make with their goals?
Oh, I know exactly what it is. People make goals that are way too vague.
Vague. That's a good word. Can you explain?
Sure, vague means unclear, not specific. For example, someone might say, I want to be healthier. Okay, but what does that mean? Healthier how?
Right. Is it about eating better, exercising more, sleeping 8 hours? It's too general.
Exactly. And when a goal is too vague, your brain doesn't know what to do with it. You need to be specific.
So instead of saying, "I want to be healthier," you should say,
I want to exercise 3 times per week for 30 minutes. See? That's specific. You know exactly what you need to do.
"That makes so much sense. I never thought about it that way."
Most people don't. And that's why we're having this conversation today. We're going to share our actual, specific goals for 2026.
And we're going to be honest. If our goals sound crazy or too ambitious, that's okay.
Right, because dreaming big is important. You just need a plan.
Okay, so before we dive into our personal goals, let's talk about another common mistake.
Oh, there's more?
There's always more. So, I was reading an article last week, and it said that 92% of people fail to achieve their New Year's goals.
92%? That's almost everyone.
I know, it's crazy. So, I started thinking, why do so many people fail?
Well, we talked about being vague. That's one reason.
True, but there's another big reason. People try to change everything at once.
Oh, I'm guilty of that.
Me too. Every January, I used to make a list of like 10 goals. I wanted to go to the gym, eat healthy, learn guitar, wake up at 5 a.m., read more books, save money.
That's too much.
Way too much. And you know what happened? By February, I was doing none of those things. Zero.
Because you overwhelmed yourself.
Exactly. Your brain can only handle so much change at one time. So this year, I'm focusing on just 3 main goals.
3 is a good number. It's manageable.
Right. And here's another tip. You can have different types of goals. Some can be big, long-term goals. Some can be smaller, short-term goals.
Can you give an example?
Sure. A long-term goal might be, Learn to speak French fluently. That takes time, maybe a year or more. A short-term goal might be complete one French lesson every day this week.
I see. So the short-term goals help you reach the big goal.
Exactly. They're like stepping stones. Each small goal gets you closer to the big dream.
I really like that analogy. Stepping stones.
Thanks. So, when we talk about our 2026 goals today, we're going to mention both the big vision and the small steps.
Perfect. That's going to be really helpful for everyone watching. Okay, should we start? Should I share my goals first?
Yes, I'm really curious. What are Emily's big plans for 2026?
All right, here we go. So I'm going to start with my most exciting goal, the one I'm most nervous about.
Ooh, nervous? This must be good.
Okay, so in 2026, I want to start my own small business.
Wow, really?
I know it sounds scary, but I've been thinking about it for months.
That's amazing, Emily. What kind of business?
I want to create and sell handmade jewelry. You know, bracelets, earrings, necklaces, simple, minimalist pieces that people can wear every day.
That's such a cool idea, and it fits perfectly with what you love doing.
Exactly. I love being creative, but I want more freedom. I don't want to be stuck in one place.
I totally understand. So what's your plan? How are you going to start?
Well, I'm breaking it down into smaller goals. My first step is to create a collection of 20 to 30 pieces by March 2026. Just one small collection.
That's smart. Start with one, see how it goes.
Right. And while I'm creating it, I'm also going to learn about marketing, social media, and how to sell online, probably through Etsy or Instagram.
That's a lot to learn.
It is, but I'm giving myself time. I'm not rushing. My goal isn't to make $1 million in 2026. My goal is to launch my shop and get at least 50 sales by June.
50 sales. That's a very specific number. I like that.
Thanks. And even if I only get 25 sales, I'll be happy because it means I started. I took action.
That's the right mindset. So what's your second goal?
My second goal is actually quite different. I want to become a minimalist.
A minimalist? What does that mean?
It means living with less stuff, owning fewer things, but making sure everything I own is useful or brings me joy.
Interesting. Why do you want to do that?
Because I feel like my apartment is full of things I don't need. Clothes I never wear, books I'll never read again, kitchen gadgets I used once.
I think everyone has that problem.
Right? So my plan is to go through everything I own and ask myself, do I really need this? If the answer is no, I'll donate it or sell it.
How long will that take?
I'm giving myself 6 months. By July 2026, I want my living space to feel light and organized.
I love that goal. It's not about money or career. It's about peace of mind.
Exactly. And you know what? When your physical space is organized, your mind feels clearer too.
That's so true. Okay, what's your third goal?
My third goal is to volunteer regularly. I want to give back to my community.
That's beautiful, Emily.
Thank you. I'm planning to volunteer at a local animal shelter twice a month. I love animals, and I think it will make me feel more connected to the world around me.
That's really meaningful. So let me summarize. You want to start a business, become a minimalist, and volunteer. Those are 3 very different goals.
They are, but they all feel exciting. They all feel important to who I want to become in 2026.
I think you're going to achieve all of them. You're very determined.
Thank you. I hope so. Okay, now it's your turn. What about you, Jack? What are your goals?
All right, prepare yourself. My goals are a bit unconventional.
Unconventional? Now I'm really curious.
Okay, so my first goal for 2026 is to disconnect from social media for 3 months.
Wait, what? 3 months? No social media at all?
Zero. No Instagram, no Twitter, no TikTok, nothing.
That's bold. Why do you want to do that?
Because I realized I'm addicted. I check my phone every 5 minutes. I scroll mindlessly for hours. It's wasting my time, and honestly, it's making me anxious.
I understand that feeling. Social media can be really overwhelming.
Exactly. So I want to take a break, a real break, 3 months from January to March 2026.
And what will you do with all that free time?
Great question. I'm going to read, spend time outdoors, meet friends in person, maybe learn to cook properly.
Cook properly? What do you cook now?
Pasta, just pasta. And sometimes I burn it,
Okay, so cooking is a good goal for you.
right? I'm 28 years old. I should know how to make more than pasta.
Fair point. So that's your first goal, disconnect from social media. What's the second one?
My second goal is to visit a new country every quarter.
Every quarter. So that's 4 countries in 1 year?
Exactly. One country every 3 months.
That sounds expensive.
It can be, but I'm planning budget trips. I'm not going to luxury hotels. I'll stay in hostels, use public transport, eat local street food.
That actually sounds amazing. Which countries are you thinking about?
I'm not sure yet. Maybe Portugal, Poland, Morocco, and Vietnam. I want to go to places I've never been before.
Those are great choices. And traveling is such a good way to learn about different cultures.
Absolutely. Plus, it will force me to practice my English with people from all over the world.
That's true. You'll be using English in real situations, not just in a classroom.
Exactly. Okay, my third goal is probably the most unusual.
More unusual than deleting social media? Tell me.
I want to learn a completely random skill that has nothing to do with my job.
Like what?
I'm thinking juggling.
Juggling? Like with balls in the air?
Yes, I know it sounds silly, but I've always wanted to learn. It looks so cool.
It does look cool, but why juggling specifically?
Because it has no purpose. I'm not going to become a professional juggler. I'm not going to make money from it. I just want to do something fun, something that makes me happy for no reason.
You know what? I love that. We're always so focused on productivity and goals that have to lead somewhere, but sometimes it's good to just learn something for fun.
Exactly. Life is short. We should enjoy it.
I agree. So your 3 goals are disconnect from social media, travel to 4 countries, and learn to juggle.
That's right. They're a bit random, but they all excite me.
They're not random at all. They're about living more intentionally, experiencing new things, and finding joy. I think they're perfect.
Thanks, Emily. That means a lot.
All right, everyone. We just talked a lot about our goals, and we used some really important vocabulary. Let's take a few minutes to break down these words and phrases so you can use them too.
Good idea. Let's start with the word goal itself. Emily, what's the difference between a goal, a dream, and a resolution?
Great question. So, a goal is something specific you want to achieve. It usually has a deadline. For example, My goal is to save $5,000 by December.
Okay. And a dream.
A dream is bigger and more general. It's something you hope for, but it might not have a clear plan yet. Like, my dream is to travel the world.
I see. So a dream is more about imagination and a goal is more about action.
Exactly. And a resolution is specifically a decision you make at the beginning of a new year.
Right. My New Year's resolution is to exercise more. People usually say that.
Yes, but here's the thing. Most people break their resolutions by February.
So true. Okay, let's talk about another important word, achieve.
Achieve means to successfully reach or complete your goal. I achieved my goal of running a marathon.
And you can also say accomplish or reach. They all mean basically the same thing.
Right. I accomplished my goal. I reached my target. All correct.
What about the phrase set a goal? We used that earlier.
Yes. Set a goal means to decide on a goal and make it official. I'm setting a goal to read 20 books this year.
You don't say make a goal.
No, that sounds wrong. Always say set a goal.
Got it. Now let's talk about types of goals. We mentioned short-term and long-term. Can you explain those?
Sure. A short-term goal is something you want to achieve in the near future, maybe in a few weeks or months. My short-term goal is to finish this project by Friday.
And a long-term goal takes more time, usually a year or more. My long-term goal is to become fluent in Japanese.
Exactly. Long-term goals need patience and consistency.
Consistency, that's another good word. Consistency means doing something regularly, not giving up.
Right. If you want to achieve a goal, you need to be consistent. You can't just try once and quit.
Absolutely. Okay, here's an important phrase. Stay motivated. Emily, how do you stay motivated?
Stay motivated means to keep your energy and enthusiasm even when things get difficult. It's not easy.
No, it's really hard, especially in February and March when the excitement of a new year is gone.
True. But you can stay motivated by reminding yourself why the goal is important or by celebrating small wins along the way.
Small wins. I like that. Every little step counts.
Let's talk about one more phrase, realistic and achievable.
Okay, so if something is realistic, it means it's possible. It's not a fantasy.
Right. I want to become a millionaire in 1 month. That's not realistic for most people.
But I want to save $500 this month. That could be realistic, depending on your situation.
Exactly. And achievable is similar. It means you can actually do it with effort and planning.
So when you set a goal, it should be realistic and achievable. Not too easy, but not impossible either.
Perfect summary. Okay, let's quickly review all the words we just talked about. Goal, dream, resolution, achieve, accomplish, reach, set a goal, short term, long term, consistency, stay motivated, realistic, achievable.
Those are all super useful. If you know these words, you can talk about goals confidently in any situation.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about a goal-setting framework that actually works.
All right, Emily. You mentioned earlier that goals need to be specific. There's actually a really popular method called SMART goals.
Oh, yes. SMART is an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Let's break that down. S is for specific. Your goals should be clear and detailed.
Right. Instead of saying, I want to get fit, say, I want to work out 3 times a week.
Much better. M is for measurable. You should be able to track your progress.
So if your goal is to save money, decide on an exact amount. I want to save $2,000 by June.
A is for achievable. Your goal should challenge you, but it should also be possible.
Don't say, I'll learn 5 languages this year if you've never studied a language before.
Right. Be realistic. R is for relevant. Your goal should matter to you personally.
Yes, don't choose a goal just because someone else thinks you should. It has to be important to you.
And finally, T is for time-bound. Give yourself a deadline.
I want to write a book is vague. I want to finish my first draft by September 2026 is much better.
So let's practice. Let's take one of my goals and make it smart.
Okay, you said you want to disconnect from social media. Let's make it smart.
All right. Specific. I will delete all social media apps from my phone.
Good. Measurable. I will stay off social media for exactly 90 days.
I can do this. It will be hard, but possible.
Relevant. This goal is important to me because I want to reduce anxiety and use my time better.
And time-bound. I will start on January 1st, 2026 and end on March 31st, 2026.
Perfect. That's a SMART goal. See how clear it is now?
Much clearer. Anyone watching this can use the same method for their goals.
Let's do one more example quickly. What if someone wants to improve their English?
Okay. Instead of saying, I want to be better at English, make it SMART.
Specific. I will improve my English speaking skills.
Measurable. I will practice speaking for 20 minutes every day using a language app.
Achievable. 20 minutes per day is reasonable. Not too much, not too little.
And relevant. This is important because I need English for my job and for traveling.
And time-bound. I will do this for 3 months, January, February, and March 2026.
And at the end of 3 months, you can evaluate. Did you improve? Do you feel more confident?
Exactly. That's the power of SMART goals. They give you clarity and direction.
All right, everyone. If you take one thing from this video, let it be this. Use the SMART framework for your 2026 goals.
Okay, we've talked a lot today. We've shared our goals, we've learned a vocabulary, we've discussed the SMART method.
Now it's your turn.
That's right. We have a challenge for you, and it's really important.
Here's the challenge. Right now, pause this video and write down one goal for 2026.
Just one. Don't overwhelm yourself with 10 goals. Choose one thing that really matters to you.
And make sure it follows the SMART framework. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound.
Then come back to this video and write your goal in the comments below.
We read every single comment and we love seeing your goals. It creates accountability too. When you write it down publicly, you're more likely to do it.
So true. And you know what? Let's make this even more interesting. If you write your goal in the comments, we'll reply to you personally with encouragement or tips.
Yes, we'll be your accountability partners.
Okay, so before we finish, let's do a quick recap of everything we talked about today.
We started by talking about the biggest mistakes people make with goals, being too vague and trying to change too much at once.
Then I shared my 3 goals: starting an online business, becoming a minimalist, and volunteering at an animal shelter.
And I shared my goals: disconnecting from social media, traveling to 4 countries, and learning to juggle.
We then went through important vocabulary, words like achieve, accomplish, set a goal, consistency, and stay motivated.
And we explained the SMART Goals framework, a simple but powerful method for setting goals that actually work.
Finally, we gave you a challenge. Write one goal in the comments right now.
So, Emily, before we say goodbye, I want to ask you one last question.
Go ahead.
What advice would you give to someone who's feeling overwhelmed by their goals?
That's a great question. I would say this: progress is better than perfection. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep moving forward, even if it's slow.
I love that. Progress, not perfection.
And remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every successful person started with a small step.
That's really motivational. Thank you, Emily.
Thank you, Jack. All right, everyone, that's it for today.
We hope this conversation helped you feel more confident about talking about goals in English.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend who's also learning English.
And don't forget to subscribe to English Talk. We post new conversations every day.
Next time, we're going to talk about something really interesting: how to talk about your daily habits and routines. So stay tuned.
Until then, keep learning